Hello and welcome to the Second Take podcast. Today with Kieran Costa and Leighton Brower.
What do you mean today? Every day, every week it does too. You said today with Kieran Costa and Leighton Brower. Are we planning on kicking one of us off for a new host? What's your big game here, Chief?
Anyway, I'm not sure about that. The NFL and the NBA starting next week.
NFL already started.
The NBA starting next week is what I said.
Opening of this show with errors.
You go for it then. You can explain what we're doing.
Hello and welcome everybody. Second Take podcast back at you this week. Leighton Brower. I'm Kieran Costa. What a jam-packed week it's going to be. The MLB season coming down to the last 6 games. My Yankees, Leighton's Giants in huge playoff hunts. The NBA will open this Sunday with the Nets and the Lakers. A future finals preview we'll find out when we do a tier list a little bit later. And we will, of course, do our classic Pick'em segment with an exciting week 3 on the way in the NFL. But let's get it started. We have a little more to say about the NBA, so we'll save that for later, and we'll jump right into our Pick'em.
Okay, so the first game, the Jaguars and the Bengals. I don't know. For me, I think this is an easy pick. The Jaguars have not really shown anything at all through the first 3 games. And the Bengals actually have a winning record. So
you know what I have to say about Trevor Lawrence in the NFL? Nothing up here, nothing here. Sort of just going around.
Doing nonsense.
Urban Meyer has not taken the transition to the NFL very well. I'll take the Bengals.
Hey, the Washington football team and the Atlanta Falcons.
Oh, this is the Skins, no question. Heineke's look good.
Who's? I don't know what team that is, sorry.
Great job being politically correct. Can't get demonetized. That's right.
There you go.
Falcons have looked just atrocious.
Yeah.
They actually won last week on a way walk-off field goal. It was pretty cool. Bills.
The Texans and the Bills. Super Bowl pick still, I suppose.
I guess so.
There you go.
Okay. I don't know why, but we have to say some as we move into this next game, yeah. We have Justin Tucker is the greatest athlete of all time.
Absolutely. I don't know anybody else.
Show where we debated the greatest athlete of all time. LeBron James is good, Michael Jordan is good, but I don't think either of them could kick a 66-yard field goal.
I agree.
Not close.
And
maybe
Justin Tucker
Ronaldo.
can definitely.
Maybe Ronaldo. Messi wouldn't be able to see over the offense.
Ronaldo. Of anybody, it'd be like a keeper or something in soccer. But
TAA could probably put one through.
Oh, yeah. You know what? I think that's a good shot.
Okay, so honestly, this is a tough pick.
I would say the Lions, but I just have no faith.
Okay.
So I'm going to go with the Bears.
Dan Campbell's Lions lost to the Niners by 4 and hung with the Packers and led after the first half and lost just unlucky to Lamar Jackson.
And the Bears have Justin Fields, who was terrible.
The Bears look like the worst team in the league. After last week, Justin Fields had 6 completions, 9 sacks. A net gain of 2 yards if you take away the sacks. Sure, the Lions don't have the rushing attack the Browns do. But this is my chance to make up ground, yeah? Because Akil's going to blindly pick the Bears every time. So the Bears is a safe bet. The Lions is the risky one. I'll put in the Bears for now, but I have to think that one over. Cowboys cruise past the 3-0. Panthers, no question, at home. Dak looks like a MVP candidate.
Questionable pick. Possibly a bit biased, unlike my decision.
Take
beautiful Panthers going up to 4-0 after this week.
Can you
Probably
name
not.
the best player on the Panthers?
Christian McCaffrey, even though he's injured, he's still the best player.
Can you
He's
name the
still
best
the best
starter
player.
on the Panthers?
He's still the best player.
Exactly. That's why I want them Cowboys. Colts snapped the 3-0 against the Jacoby Brissett-led Dolphins. As much as I like Brian Flores, and I'm like really disappointed that he might lose his job after this season, like Wentz has to turn it around at some point.
True, but I don't think it'll be this week. He just doesn't. He just does nothing. He just, I don't know. He just kind of runs around, does nonsense. Nothing going on in his brain. Nothing going on passion-wise. Yeah. It's just nothing at all. And the Browns and the Vikings, I'm going to go with the Browns. They look quite good. OBJ's back.
How about them Browns? Sure.
How about them Browns?
They actually have looked very good. Jarvis was out last week. Like, they haven't hit full strength yet. And I'd be a bit worried if I was the Steelers, who look awful. Or the Ravens, who got unlucky a couple of times. Saints beat Danny Dimes. I still feel a bit bad for him. He hasn't been bad of late. Titans beat the Jets. Okay,
Another
like,
easy one.
all the rookies this year look terrible. All the rookie quarterbacks, like, compared to other years. Like, Baker wasn't great.
Oh, Baker was
a
awful.
lot better than this. Zach Wilson's been terrible. Trevor Lawrence has not been good at all. They got a defensive touchdown and the Jamal Agnew 109-yard return. And that was their offense for the game. Like, Kyler was good in his rookie year. Everyone's been better than this junk.
Yeah, I mean,
that's a long way of saying I'm picking the Titans over Zach Wilson.
I thought it was a pretty obvious decision anyway. The Chiefs, who are actually 1-2 right now, and will be picking up Josh Gordon soon. Not in time for next week's
bottom
game.
of their division. Like the
Pretty
cellar
mad.
dwellers that they are.
Pretty strange, if you ask me.
Jalen Hurts looked outmatched by a terrible Cowboys defense. I'll take the Chiefs. Rams cruise.
That is the right pick, but that's going to be a fun game to watch.
I don't think so.
I definitely think so. What's at 1? Are you kidding me? Why is that game at 1? Come on now. Okay. Seahawks 49ers.
You want it to be the Sunday night game?
Yes.
That's a terrible take for me.
The Cardinals and the Rams? Who else is playing this week?
Brady's return to Foxborough.
But I don't care. It's going to be an easy game for him.
I'd rather see Niners Seahawks. What?
I mean, yeah, sort of. But I think this is a fun game to watch. I don't think.
Rams and Bucks didn't make Sunday Night Football.
Yeah, I don't know how. Packers 49ers was a bang up.
This is an easy Rams victory.
The Cardinals are just fun to watch. They'll have a bunch of good plays, big plays. Hopefully to DeAndre Hopkins.
Yeah, it's not
been underperforming. No, it's not, but it still makes for a fun game to watch. Sure.
This game is actually, I kind of want to go. Let's check some ticket prices real quick.
Oh, God. Oh, no. I'm going to get roped into paying $4,000.
This peer pressure is going to be good. Classic. I'm not actually going because I'm going to a wild card game 2 days later for the MLB, so I can't.
I'm in the wild card game. Sorry.
4 Giants for them. Okay. Moving on. I picked the Seahawks.
I do not. Tyler Lockett's been.
It's only 143.
Minimalist.
What is wrong with you?
You think I have 143 to spend, brother?
Yeah.
No, I don't. Jimmy G looked quite good yesterday. Almost took a win against the almighty Packers, but didn't, unfortunately, for them. They'll do better this week. That's all I have to say about that. The 3-0 Broncos definitely will not continue their streak.
The Broncos just as an organization, up and down,
And are still
nothing up
10
here,
times
nothing
better
down.
than the Cowboys in
Oh
in
no,
the
that's
last
not true.
15
The fan
years.
base of the Cowboys is a much better fan base of that of the Broncos.
Really don't care.
The
Broncos have been better
quarterback, no
since the last
question.
15 years. But
Quarterback, no question. Receivers, no question. Running backs, no question. Go Pack, go.
those are the Packers.
Go.
Obvious.
What
Tom
else
Brady
are-
returns to Foxborough, but again, not that
what else
hard
are-
of a decision to make.
Go Chargers, go. I'm picking the Chargers to round it out.
With the Raiders to make it a little bit more interesting.
Very good.
Very nice.
Time for the
Oh.
basketball.
Yes, indeed. So the NBA season is starting next week. So we are going to do this week, next week. What Sunday? Okay, this week. In 6 days from now. And
Never mind. Continue.
you're an idiot.
You said next week, and it's 6 days away.
Next week, and then I changed it to this week. Six days from now, the NBA season starts. So we're going to be doing an NBA tier list of teams. And yeah. So.
I think it's
And we're back with the NBA tier list. So the first team we're looking at are the Atlanta Hawks.
hot Atlanta, baby.
Trae Young looks good. Andre
Capella.
Hunter looks good. Cam Reddish looks okay, I guess.
Nate McMillan looks good in a confirmed head coaching role, not a interim.
True.
I'd say in a semi-weak Eastern Conference, I'll put him as a playoff lock.
I would agree with that, to be honest. Trae Young's going to average a lot of points, a lot of assists, probably not too many rebounds.
Is he in the MVP conversation going into the year?
Depends. If the Hawks, no, actually, he's not, because I think they have a really strong, just overall team. They have a bunch of really good players. I think it'd be hard for him to do an MVP run if top 3 voting if they don't get 60 wins, which I don't really see for them. So there you go. That's my take. The Celtics.
Are the Celtics below the Hawks?
I was thinking 50-50 for them, to be honest.
Yeah, I was thinking they're top of 50-50, bottom of playoff. I actually agree with you. I can't say they're a playoff lock going into
No,
this
they're
season.
not. I don't think they just
50 though.
they're lacking a point guard right now, if I'm not mistaken. They have Marcus Smart starting, I believe,
He started 5 years in a row.
at point guard.
No, they have the kid they like from Purdue, Carson Edwards.
Then I definitely don't like that. I think their best move would be to have Marcus Smart starting at point guard if they don't make any roster changes.
Intruder. Do they?
Ooh,
Yeah.
they do. They
They
picked him up for $5 million. That was a steal, but he's going to be coming off the
Schroeder,
bench.
Smart, Brown, Tatum, and Horford starting.
Is Horford? Wait, Horford's back to the Celtics? Am I dumb?
Yeah, in the Kemba trade. Robert Williams is
Oh.
going to be the actual starter. Ennis Cantor, they
Yeah.
brought him back to the bench. Josh Richardson, they added for the bench.
I think I knew. Mid. Oh, sorry,
They added
50-50. Sorry.
Juancho Hernan Gomez. Jabari
Dennis
Parker.
Schroeder's a good pickup, though. Very cheap as well. I rate the Celtics for that. Big
Brooklyn.
face up.
Brooklyn's a playoff job.
A what?
Finals contender.
Okay.
I was going to say finals lock, but yeah.
Yeah, I think they are just about the favorites this season.
The Bulls are very 50-50.
I think the Bulls could go either way. I would say
the Celtics. They cannot be put above the Celtics. How?
I think they've put together a really good team. They made a bunch of good offseason moves.
Like,
Kobe
a lot of
White,
players
DeMar
we just
DeRozan.
know the names of. Like, they're not studs.
DeMar DeRozan. Okay, Kobe White, DeMar
Alex
DeRozan.
Caruso?
I mean, I don't care about Caruso. Non-impact.
Lonzo, like, is he gonna be that good?
He could be. He said I saw an interview. He said he was going to try to return to be more of a true point guard, like an old style point guard, just passing the ball instead of
Zach LaVine's very
shooting
good.
a lot like he did in New Orleans. Zach LaVine is quite good. DeMar DeRozan is quite good. Kobe White's quite good. Lonzo Ball might be good. Vucevic is quite good. Who else? They have more players for sure as well. I would say I would put them in 50-50, but just because I don't know how well they're going to work together, they could be like up to
That's why I want to below the Celtics. We have proven chemistry in Boston.
I haven't done.
And I like Odaka, or as their coach. Ide Odaka, I think his name is. I'm definitely pronouncing it wrong, but you know who I mean.
Sure. But yeah, I could definitely see the Bulls being a 3 or 4 seed, and I could easily see them being the 12 seed as well. Very easily, either way.
I agree. A lot of variability.
Yeah, definitely.
Clippers are a finals contender, no question. I'd say favorites of the West.
Probably. They're a safe pick for the West, but they really haven't shown.
I could also see them losing in the first round.
Yeah, exactly. They haven't shown that they, like, individually, those players have shown that they can succeed in the playoffs, but just together, it hasn't gone well so far. Is basically it. The
problem with the Hornets
is
they're in mid. Like, they're not bad enough to tank.
Are they not good enough to slip into the playoffs? I think they could be. I think maybe one more year, but LaMelo Ball, you got Gordon Hayward, you got Terry Rozier, you got PJ Washington and Devontae Graham, you got Miles Bridges. It's a bunch of really decent players.
Exactly.
And in the East, it might be enough to slip.
I don't think it's enough.
It might be, but given one more year, they will definitely be in there.
Bet again. Cavs are
Cavs, yeah. Feel a bit bad for Colin Sexton. He's quite good. And Darius Garland, but.
And Jared Allen.
See.
Who was traded.
Yeah, that's right.
See, like, they are not that bad.
But it's not going to go well.
They're going to whatever top 5 draft pick this year.
They're going to win like 20 games, I think.
Okay. Denver is a playoff lock.
Above the Hawks, below them.
Above the Hawks.
Michael Porter Jr. is going to take a big step this year again.
He better.
After
he got the bag, he better.
He didn't get it yet.
He's signed, right?
Did he?
Where'd you go?
The one I texted you, or did you see it separately?
Yeah. No, I saw it separately. I went and checked it. He dropped.
I thought it wasn't a signed deal. I thought they were just planning on doing 5 and 207.
Yeah, it's like pretty much a done deal.
Yeah, okay. So if he does get that bag, he better take a big step. But Jokic on his own is already a beast enough to bring them up to a playoff team. Given all the players around him, easily a playoff flop.
I think the Rockets are a very interesting team.
I don't. I think they're just quite mid to tank.
I think they're going to be very fun to watch play.
Why?
Jalen Green and Jayshawn Tate were both very fun to watch in college. Kevin Porter Jr. dropped 50 last year. Christian Wood was very good. I mean, they have 2 top 10 picks just immediately starting. Daniel House and Kenyon Martin off the bench with, of course, like just a classic Eric Gordon. But I'm very excited to see Jalen Green, Jayshawn Tate play together at a higher level.
I think they might be exciting to watch, but I still think I think they have zero chance to make the playoffs.
But how can you tank after having 2 top 10 picks? Like, are they just going to
Take one more time. Take one more time, and then you're good.
Sure.
The players just haven't. I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't. I don't think tank is a very good description. It's just they're a bottom tier team now in the NBA. They have a future, but right now
Cavs are tanking. The Cavs are planning on being better in 5 years.
And the Rockets are planning on being better in 2. Yeah. I'd say below both of these.
I would agree.
Yeah.
The Bucks are a finals contender.
Somewhere in there.
We'll order it later, yeah.
Okay.
Kyle Lowry's Heat in the Eastern Conference got to be a playoff lock, yeah.
Yeah. I would say below these guys. But yeah. But they will be that. The Mavericks.
Bottom of playoff lock?
Yeah. I was thinking bottom playoff lock, top 50-50. Doncic is so good.
I don't really see them missing the playoffs.
Doncic is so good, but he can't do it all by himself. Porzingis is abysmal. He's just meh. He's just there. He's 7'3" and he's just there.
True.
He just doesn't bring enough. And I think they need to make some roster changes before they become an actual title contender.
The Pels are just made it.
Zion looks good.
But
he's alone now.
They're wasting away Zion's career though, because
they are. They really are a small market team. He's not.
They haven't traded Brandon
doing Ingram. They need to make some kind of move. Either get rid of them or bring new people.
Oh yeah, okay, obviously. But I think when they drafted Zion, they should have immediately traded Brandon Ingram. Lonzo Ball was the right decision because his value's only gone up. Because now we're 4 years deep. They're gonna get another middling pick. We're not 4 years deep. I'm done. We're gonna be 3 years deep at the end of this season.
Yeah.
They're gonna have another middling pick. Not good. They're not gonna be in the playoffs or have a good pick.
Mm-hmm.
The cycle has to be broken somehow, and it's not gonna be that their 15th overall pick plays out of his mind and is the next Zion. It's gonna have to be you break it down to the studs, yeah.
Yeah, they just have to do something drastic, which could be trading Brandon Ingram. It could be trading. They won't trade Zion. They need to do something big though.
Are the Knicks a playoff lock?
No.
The Knicks were a 4 seed last year.
I know.
I think
they might be. They might be between the Hawks and the Heat.
Oh, I was gonna put them below the Mavericks.
I don't think the Heat are that good.
I think
Kyle Lowry's just all right. Jimmy Butler is quite good.
Bam Adebayo is very
Bam
good.
Adebayo is a stud. Tyler Herro is all right. Kendrick Nunn is only declining right now.
Kendrick Nunn's on the Lakers.
I'm an idiot.
But bench depth's there. It's Kyle Lowry, Duncan Robinson, Jimmy Butler, PJ Tucker, Bam, Hero off the bench, Markieff off the bench. The bench depth's not there at all. So maybe we can put the Knicks above them. Oklahoma City's tanking. Oklahoma's mid-tank and it's going very well.
But again, you just hate to see somebody's career that could be really good just wasting away a bit.
Why don't you just say Gilgeous-Alexander?
I can't pronounce it. Just kidding. I can. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Is it Shai or Shay?
Shai, I think. I don't think this is a debate.
That's why I'm just calling him Gilgeous-Alexander.
SGA.
I think, but he's young enough that they have all the picks the next 3 years. When he is a good prime of his career, they're gonna have the young pieces. So I think if you're Colin Sexton or SGA, you'd rather be in the tanking tier than the mid tier. Like Zion, I don't see a bright future ahead like I do for Oklahoma City.
In New Orleans, you mean?
Yeah.
Obviously, he could leave and
Could
be
he
fine.
though?
No, the Pelicans won't get rid of him, but he could just resign.
Right?
He could just resign somewhere for a lot of money. What year is he a free agent? He didn't just sign, did he?
Zion contract. This would be a 5-year.
Oh, he signed a four-year deal when? Don't tell me. He has two. Okay, he has this season and one more guaranteed with the
Pelicans signed Ingram,
and then he's a restricted free agent.
158 through 2025. They're throwing.
I like Ingram. Ingram's good. And that would just motivate them more to have Ingram be the centerpiece of their organization rather than Zion.
That's a terrible decision then.
It's not. Brandon Ingram is really good.
Brandon Ingram is how old though? 24.
24?
Never mind. But it's too small market of a team to like add a third star, I think.
Yeah. So which is why I would think they want to do more of like get just a decent team behind Brandon Ingram and have him be the Kevin Durant.
They made that weird like Jonas Valanciunas trade this offseason, which didn't make sense.
Who did they trade?
Steven Adams.
Oh yeah.
Eric Bledsoe.
It was a weird one. Jonas Valanciunas is good though.
I like Jonas Valanciunas
how old is
a lot
he?
more than I like Steven Adams.
29?
Only?
I thought he was quite young.
Oh, I thought he was much older.
Ooh. Okay. 29. Steven Adams was only 28. Inconsequential regardless. Jonas Valanciunas is quite good. You have Brandon Ingram there. You got rid of Zion. You put down.
They added Devontae Graham.
Ooh.
I don't hate their starting lineup. Devontae Graham.
Wait. Okay. Then I might.
Walker, Brandon Ingram, Zion Williamson, Jonas Valanciunas.
What's their bench looking like?
Thomas Satoransky, Josh Hart, Najee Marshall, who I think they drafted this year. Jackson Hayes, who's a good center.
Yeah.
Good backup center. Garrett Temple for veteran leadership. Kira Lewis Jr., who is 20. Never mind.
A rookie, yeah.
Could they be in 50-50?
Devontae Graham is big. I didn't realize
maybe not in the way
they had Devontae Graham, to be honest. I would put them above the Hornets, actually, then. Because I didn't realize Devontae Graham was gone, to be honest. I didn't know that.
I didn't know that until I checked this.
Yeah. So I would flip those.
Are they
I wouldn't
50 team? I would say no still.
Huh?
Magic are tanking.
Again, Jonathan Isaac feels bad.
Does it really? He's not.
Trade him. He's quite good. I'm very big on Jonathan Isaac.
You could get some trade pieces. It's not 2K Blacktop. Calm down. The Blazers. Oh my God, the Blazers.
Surely
The Blazers are
50-50.
just every single year there and never close to getting over the hump. They're
I think they'll be bottom playoff lock. They'll be a decent seed, but they will lose in the first round. Or they'll get swept in the second round after winning the first.
I could see like a 4-5-6-3 Nuggets Blazers first round matchup, but we've seen like 2 years in a row. Yeah, playoff lock. Indiana.
Playoff lock. Indiana. You have Sabonis. You have Miles Turner.
Okay, real quick. Now that I see the Pacers, are we underrating the Hornets a touch? Hornets like made whatever the play-in nonsense was.
They lost Devontae Graham. I quite like Devontae. I think Devontae
Make
Graham's
space
pretty
for
good
LaMelo Ball to be like the star.
to play even more minutes. I don't know. I mean, seems kind of
Miles
unnecessary
Bridges
to
to
be honest.
Washington.
He's just quite good. You've got
Indiana's mid, I think.
Scary Terry still there,
Eh,
yeah.
Maybe
I would put Pacers mid. You
maybe
have
50-50.
Bogdanovich, you have Turner, you have Sabonis. You have Brogdon. Ooh. Maybe top mid, especially because they are in the East.
Okay, like honestly, I'm just pulling up the depth chart for every team because I really do not remember some of the moves. They have
Okay.
Karis LeVert, Jeremy Lamb, TJ Warren.
Yeah, I know that. They
Torrey
could be
Craig.
decent. Who?
Torrey Craig, defensive player on the Nuggets for a while. Shortish.
Maybe they're quite good. They still
think
Sabonis,
they-
Turner, and did Bogdanovich? Oh, Bogdanovich left them an idiot. Bogdanovich left them ages ago. Yeah. No. We don't talk about that. Ages ago.
There's one on the
Okay.
Hawks and one on the Kings.
Yeah, I know. The Kings one went to the Hawks, and then the Pacers one went to the Jazz. And now he's still there. Or not.
Bojan,
Yeah.
yeah.
I
All right,
cannot remember.
They're between the Celtics and the Bulls. Maybe they're below the Bulls. Pure talent, chemistry not included. The Bulls are better. Pistons are tanking. They got Cade Cunningham. They need 3 more pieces to be good. Sacramento's just the definition of mid. Phoenix, I guess, is a finals contender. I didn't really think that.
I don't think they're a finals contender at all.
But do they just like?
I
Is
think
it
they're
sort
going
of
to
like
regress. I think they're going to regress horribly this season.
But is it sort of like they get finals contender status just for being the?
No. You remember the Heat when the Heat made it against the Lakers?
Heat were much more of an anomaly than the Phoenix.
The season afterward, they were like a first round exit last year. Didn't they lose in the first round?
Yeah, sure. Phoenix is top of playoff law.
I think the Phoenix will do the same thing. The Suns will do the same thing. Top.
Spurs
Just out of
are
respect for winning.
Sixers are 50-50.
Depends what they do with Simmons.
Nah, chemistry problems will lead them. Controversy. They're trying to
Get
trade
Simmons out of there. Simmons has only caused them problems.
True that.
Simmons gone. I think they
Depends who they
might
get.
make it out of the first round, to be honest.
That may be that can be a full conversation on another show. Ben Simmons.
Sure.
Toronto is mid.
Very mid. Utah Jazz. I would say are a lock, to be honest.
Our lock.
Mid lock.
Above Denver, I would say.
All the way up there.
Yeah.
The Warriors. I think we might want to finish off the rest of the list and then come back to the Warriors, to be honest.
I think they're the most interesting team. So yeah. But the Wizards are tanking. The Grizzlies are borderline. The Timberwolves are mid.
The Timberwolves are
Because they're
for
not
peace of mind.
because they
Shouldn't tank, but they also are not good. The Warriors. The Warriors could be a finals contender.
I could also see them not being a playoff lock.
I agree with that. It depends how Clay comes back. It depends how Curry plays.
Let's count the teams in front of them. Clippers, Lakers, Jazz, Nuggets,
Phoenix, Mavs, Trailblazers.
Mavs, Blazers.
Not none. Sorry. Trailblazers and Mavericks will not finish above them.
I could see us putting them below Atlanta in these rankings. And maybe I could also say I would say they could go from anywhere from between the Hawks and the Knicks to between the Bucks and the Lakers. Oh. You think the lowest they go is?
Yes. I think they have a decent chance to win the whole thing.
We don't know what we're going to get from Clay.
I say it's big or it's very small. So I shouldn't say Hawks are the low range. I should say
Okay.
Yeah, see, Celtics and Bulls. Between
Honestly,
Celtics and Bulls
like,
is the low range.
Like, if we're ranking playoff luck on most likely to make the playoffs, the Heat definitely have a higher percentage chance to make the playoffs because the East is so weak.
Yeah, okay, but you should just compare it to the West team.
Okay, fine. Okay. Let's put them in playoff luck right now, and now let's order it from the top in most likely to win the championship to least likely to win the championship.
Sure. Out of these teams,
I'd put the Lakers above the Bucks.
we're doing the top tier first. Okay. I would not.
You think the Bucks win in a 7-game series?
Yes.
I disagree.
LeBron ain't it anymore, brother. Anthony Davis is now the lead player on that team.
But my worry
Not
about
like the leader,
Lakers
but the best player on that team.
My worry about the Lakers is chemistry, yeah?
Why?
Like Russell Westbrook playing with these two guys.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. I agree.
If they figured that out enough to get to the finals, like the talent will be there to win it. Or they just won't be in the finals at all.
So the problem is the Lakers, let's say the Lakers make it to the finals. This whole time, they have been riding on Anthony Davis as the best player on their team. That is the only way they make the finals. Come finals, LeBron is taking the steering wheel and saying, this is actually my team, AD. I'm doing everything for the next 7 games. And that's where I think it falls apart. Because then you have ego battles with Russell Westbrook, who has a massive ego, especially when it comes to these big moments because of what he's done in his career, which is, great.
I think he's just.
You have LeBron, who has a massive ego of what he's done in his career, and you have AD, who's going to be the best player. You have AD, who's going to be the best player on that team, but doesn't have the ego and can't back it. He does have the ego, but he can't back his own ego because he doesn't have the resume that the other two do. So he's going to be taking a back seat to Russell Westbrook and LeBron James, even though he's the best player on that team, if they make it to the finals.
Playoff LeBron is a different breed.
Yeah. He said activate playoff mode and missed the playoffs. Very impressive. The year they missed the finals. The playoffs, sorry.
Like 3 years ago?
Yeah. That's playoff LeBron. No, I just don't think. I don't know. What I said, that's what I think, basically. I don't know what else to say about that.
You think there's a huge controvery within the Lakers locker room game one of the finals.
On that team, who's the best player? The best player, not the greatest player.
It's
Anthony Davis. And when they make the finals, let's say they make the finals. When they make the finals,
LeBron won in 2016 with a terrible locker room. He can do it in 2022.
It's not about the locker room. It's about LeBron underperforming when he has the ego and he's going to try to perform. Because what they should do, if they make it to the finals, they should just keep playing the way they were playing, which is letting Anthony Davis do his thing, LeBron and Russell Westbrook taking a backseat to him. If they make it to the finals, that's not going to happen because of Russell Westbrook and LeBron James' egos. It's going to become LeBron James in the steering wheel, Russell Westbrook in the passenger seat, Anthony Davis in the back.
I wouldn't complain, but
I would, because he is by far the best player on that team.
You didn't get the innuendo. It's fine.
No, I didn't.
Let's move on.
We're just going to ignore him.
Okay. That again. Phoenix.
I would say Phoenix has 0 chance to win the finals.
Yeah, I really don't see it happening at all.
But they are a playoff lock. Can we put all the West teams over here?
Above
the East teams over here. I'm just putting the West teams on the left and the East teams on the right. Okay. Out of all these West teams, I'd say Phoenix and the Trailblazers have the least chance at 0.
I think the Hawks might have the best chance.
Let's order the West first, I think. And then we'll mix in the East.
Utah, Golden State, Denver, Dallas, Portland.
Okay. And you think the Hawks have the best out of anybody?
Yes. Their path's going to be 10 times easier than the Jazz.
True. But when they get there.
And don't get me wrong, I think the Knicks and Heat are going to be at the bottom. But I
agree with that.
Fine. Okay. Maybe put them below the Warriors.
That I can get behind. Because when you come down to it, the Jazz playing the Nets.
Maybe put the Warriors
what chance do they have?
above the Jazz.
That's what I was thinking. Because when you make it to the finals, you're playing the Nets. I would bet the Warriors against the Nets rather than the Jazz against the Nets. You know? I would say there's a better chance Steph Curry
is more likely than the Jazz over the Nets. The Nets are.
I would agree with that.
The Nets are much more overpowered than the Clippers are.
I agree. That's why an East team would have more chance. I agree with that.
I'd put the Knicks above the Mavericks. Or at least the Blazers. My trust in the Blazers is so low.
Sure. I'd say these bottom four, I would give all. Actually, no. I would put these here. And I would say these bottom four all have next to no chance.
Yeah, I would agree. Them. Celtics, I'd put maybe the Grizzlies above.
I would put the Pacers below everybody here.
I would put maybe the 76ers too. I mean, they've
out of this list, I like the Bulls best.
I like the
Bulls, and then the Celtics, and then the Sixers.
I like Celtics, Bulls, Sixers, Grizzlies.
So it's a matter of Celtics, Bulls.
I'd rather.
Now, how many teams? How many? Okay, hold on. 1,
Tatum
2,
and veterans versus Levine and some veterans.
3, 4, 5. So these three teams are all making.
They're all making it. Yeah.
These three are all making it.
Yeah.
Who's ending 6th, 7th, and 8th?
That order.
I'd say the 76ers will probably be 8th.
Yeah, and I think so.
Actually, I wouldn't. I wouldn't.
Above the Bulls.
But I would say they have the least chance of making a playoff run, as in getting to the second round. But I also think they do well in the regular season. They seem to usually.
Yeah, but it's about chances to win the finals.
If you're going chance to win the finals, then I would put the Bulls first.
I wouldn't.
Because I would say if they play how they're probably going to play, they both have 0% chance. But if Tatum is amazing and all the Celtics are amazing, well, not all the Celtics, but if they play to their ceiling and the Bulls play to their ceiling, the Bulls have a better chance than the Celtics.
Yeah, that's actually probably true. Okay, so
the Bulls just have so much talent.
If they both come in as bottom seeds, who has a higher chance at a miracle run?
Yeah. Because they will both come in as bottom seeds.
I still think it's the Celtics.
I just
Celtics are such a put together organization.
Yeah, they're put together and they will finish above the Bulls in the regular season. And then come playoffs, they will both lose in the first rounds. But the Bulls have a better chance.
I think the Celtics have a higher chance of winning in the first round. But if it's a miraculous 7th seed to finals, maybe it's the Bulls. But if right now someone said, "Who do you think is going to get farther?" I would bet the Celtics easily.
Okay, I would simply disagree with that. The Bulls just have so many. The Bulls have so many good players. If they mesh well. They will still finish
have
below the
consistently
Celtics.
good players that we know are going to mesh well.
If they mesh well, they will still finish worse than the Celtics in the regular season, and they will do better in the playoffs.
You think they like magically figure it out in the playoffs?
No, I just think some of their players are not built for the long regular season.
Ooh.
I don't think Lonzo thrives in the regular season. DeMar DeRozan does. Levine
Does.
nah.
We've never seen Levine in the playoffs. How are we supposed to know?
True, but in big moments in the regular season, he does come up.
What big moments? He's been on the Timberwolves and Bulls. He's maybe played like, I don't know if he's ever played a meaningful basketball game in the NBA.
Is that true? That might be true. Okay, I will concede this because I don't have a good enough argument. I just think differently than you. I think
Tatum in the big
disagree.
moments is just certified clutch.
Okay, fair enough, I guess. Out of these teams, do we really want to order these guys?
We don't care. We do not care.
That's funny.
Are we hundreding a Sporkle to just? That's how we end every podcast. Yeah.
Are we?
We can't let the tradition die. Wait, what is it? In the Western Conference? Yeah, easily.
Okay.
Houston? Is Houston east of that? Pirates are in the.
Oh, only in the Western. Okay, only in the Western Conference. Grizzlies, Rockets, Spurs, no.
Astros.
Nice. Who else is Houston? Texas.
Never mind. We're not hundreding this. I didn't know there was NHL teams.
How are the?
But okay. But real quick, so I know I can get it. It's Dodgers, Padres, Diamondbacks, Rockies, and Giants, Angels, A's, Mariners, Astros, and Angels. Huh? Doesn't matter. Can you provide the last name of these? Yeah, easily. If it's brothers, coaches, how many can there be? The Harbaughs, the
I don't know. That is. I don't know.
that's not Ron Rivera.
Mike. I don't know this.
Who do you think it is?
I don't know.
Don Cooley? What's his name? Like Don. That's unlucky. Okay, I guess not.
You know who that is? I don't.
You?
No.
The guy on the left, we should definitely know.
Rick. Their names are Rick and Richie.
That's unlucky. Move on.
They're just related. Name the best-selling NBA jerseys.
We just want an easy tap in.
That's a pretty easy tap in, to be honest. But. Country quiz, not sports quiz. Definitely cannot. Name the teams for which Deion Sanders played. No. Not really a sports quiz.
Too easy?
No, too hard, I think. 100.
Yeah, I was on the ones that start with P. I'm a bit behind, yeah.
Oh, got it. NHL, definitely not. Can you name the top 4 teams of each FIBA Basketball World Cup?
Definitely done this before, and it's just guessing countries.
I got 6 out of 72 over 4 years ago.
Okay, we can do. We will not get 100. China, Slovenia, Brazil, Argentina, Spain. Russia.
Interesting. Russia. Serbia.
Australia. Nigeria.
I said India. Italy. France. France was the last one.
See, I don't think we can get this. Like, if we're being honest with ourselves. I guess you can just name as many countries as you can in 3 minutes and see if you get one.
Think about NBA.
Yeah,
has to be
I'm going
one
through
where they're
NBA
from.
players wherever they're from. We said Canada, yeah.
Who's a Chilean? I've never heard of them. Who did we say?
Canada.
Yeah, they weren't there for some reason. Yeah.
Iceland.
Croatia.
UK.
Said 2002. I could not name any players from most of these countries.
Germany.
Nice one. Dirk.
All right, unlucky. We fall 7 short.
Sure. 5 short. 4 short.
2004.
These are recent as well. 2 recent ones. One in the 70s and one
2010 and
in the
2014.
90s. Yeah. So 2 recent, 2 oldish. 1 oldish.
Czechia.
Lithuania, come on. Who's from there? I don't even know. Actually, I definitely do. Porzingis is from there. That's what Porzingis is. Can you imagine? Oh, it might have been. Like a 16-year-old Porzingis.
Okay. You have 147. We have 147.
Cuba. Oh my God, I'm so good. One more.
Haiti, Jamaica, DR, Venezuela,
Cuba. If Cuba was there.
Honduras.
These are all short people countries. Costa Rica.
Mexico.
Tell me, was that?
Mongolia.
Definitely not. Kazakhstan.
Great nation. Not good at
Uzbekistan.
Wow. Oh, well, I cannot say that word on podcast.
Israel. That's a decent shot.
I thought that might have been
Eastern Europe.
Belarus. You put Belgium, yeah?
Yeah. Small country, maybe.
Lithuania.
Sad. That was the 2 2010 ones. That's why I started talking about Virginia.
Iceland. Greenland. What's like Spain, Argentina? Around there. Watch us be like the most irrelevant, please.
Where do you think it is? Middle East or something, man. Puerto Rico is not a country. It's a territory, man.
And I thought we went through the baseball in countries, and I forgot that one. Disappointing.
Puerto Rico's a U.S. territory. Come on.
That is heartbreakingly unlucky. Ever?
Every player to ever score a goal for Liverpool Football Club. You can do it for Chelsea probably because you're for Chelsea. Can you name the? Ooh, maybe no, probably not, but possibly.
Of course we can. We can just name every football team in the time given.
Browns. The
Jaguars. Lions.
Jaguars. Oh, Jaguars. I guess because they don't have it on there.
The Packers. The Steelers. The Cowboys.
Cowboys, man.
Eagles. Redskins.
Whoa.
2020. 2-14. The Jags only got one win.
It was the Jets.
Giants maybe. Patriots maybe. The bad Patriots. Chiefs maybe. Buccaneers maybe. Saints maybe. Colts. Texans. Rams. Chargers. Raiders. Eagles, Washington, Giants done. Steelers, Ravens, and Bengals.
Yeah, nice.
Seahawks, Niners.
Vikings, Bears, Packers, then you have
Broncos, hopefully. I'm going to be going 0 for 18 on that one, if you know what I mean.
That's funny.
This
how much
is
time?
very,
22 seconds, brother. This better all be one team.
Colts, Titans,
Dead set.
Texans. Who's the last team in that division? What division am I forgetting? Bills, Dolphins. Oh! I'm unthinkable, brother.
That was unreal. That was mad.
3 seconds. I
Jesus
live with
Christ.
3 seconds.
Live there. So that concludes the podcast. Thank you for watching. Thank you for liking and subscribing. And we will see you next week.